This video is going to cover pre-algebra multiplying integers. I'm not going to go through memorizing the times tables. That's something that you should do on your own. But what I'm going to be going through is, as we multiply these, converting if it's a multiplication of a negative and a positive number, and giving the signs for those. So let's go ahead and start with number 1. 6 times negative 4, because it's a positive times a negative, is going to give us a negative 24. Number 2, 4 times 2 is 8. Both positive, so our answer is going to be positive. Number 3, 3 times negative 4 is equal to negative 12. Number 4, negative 6 times 4, negative times a positive gives us negative 24. Number 5, 5 times negative 4, positive and a negative gives us negative 20. Negative 3 times positive 4 gives us negative 12. Number 7, 5 times 6 is going to be 30. 8, negative 2 times negative 1. A negative times a negative is a positive 2. Number 9, negative 8 times negative 2 gives us positive 16. Number 10, 11 times 12 is equal to 132. Number 11, negative 7 times 5 gives us negative 35. Number 12, 9 times negative 6 equals negative 54. Number 13, 10 times 5 gives us 50. Number 14, 9 times 2 is 18, both positive, so our answer is going to be positive. Number 15, negative 12 times 7. So what we get for that is a negative. 12 times 7 gives us 84. Okay, number 16. 8 times negative 12 is going to give us a negative. 8 times 12 is 96, so negative 96. Number 17. So now we're just multiplying 3 numbers, which is fine. We just do the first 2 and then multiply by the third number. I do want to mention that sometimes it's easier to multiply by certain numbers first and then multiply by the third. So it'd be easier, I think, to do, well, this one doesn't matter because it's a 10, but let's just do 9 times 6 first. So 9 times 6 times 10, what we get for the 9 times 6 is 54, times 10 gives us 540. Okay, number 18. Might be easier to multiply the 6 and the 8 first, so we get negative 6 times negative 8 times negative 10. A negative times a negative is a positive, so we get a positive 48 times a negative 10 gives us negative 480. Okay, number 19. 7 times 9 times 7. So let's do the 7 times 9 first, which is 63 times this 7. We'll go ahead and do multiplication this way. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 6 is 42. Plus 2 is 44. So we end up getting 441. Number 2, 6 times 6 times negative 2. So let's do the 6 times 6 first, which ends up being 36. And then we can multiply by 2. We don't have to put the negative 2. We can add the sign later. Let's just see what 36 times 2 is. So 6 times 2 is 12. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So we end up getting 72. It's a positive times a negative gives us a negative 72. Okay, number 21. 5 times 4 times 10. Negative 5 times negative 4 times negative 10. So negative 5 times negative 4 is positive 20 times a negative 10 gives us negative 200. Number 22. 9 times 9 times negative 5. Well, 9 times 9 is 81. And then if we multiply that by 5, we end up getting 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 8 is 40. Positive times a negative gives us negative 405. Okay, number 23. 8 times 3 times 8. 8 times 3 is 24 times 8. So let's go ahead and multiply those out. what we end up with 8 times 4 is 32, 8 times 2 is 16, plus 3 is 19, so we get 192. Because all of our signs are positive, our answer is going to be a positive 192. Number 24, 7 times 5 times negative 5. 7 times 5 is 35, multiply that by that other 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 2 is 17. So we get 175. It's positive times a positive times a negative, which is a negative 175. And this is multiplying integers.